Another fine morning. Just seeing all the cows go at the pasture here again. So there's still some walking down the road. There's a whole string of cows there. Those must be the shepherds following. I don't know if they stay out there all day or what. But they're all heading. And there's a crossing there by the road. It's behind the tree, of course. But if I can get up here, they're all heading for the crossing. Like I said the other day when they came home, we counted about 100. There was 80 in this field and roughly 20 walking up that road. All village cows. I'm not sure where exactly they go. Can't really say. There's more grass on the other side. This field here is cropped pretty short, that's for sure. The thing we've got ourselves roped into is the production of wine. There was a whole whack of grapes down here when we first moved in, and so we helped Kivichka, I think his name is, run all this stuff through a press. Crank the handle, and I think you cranked the handle for a bit too, did you?
I held it
down? Anyway, so it's all in this barrel, and we're supposed to stir this tank twice a day. There's a whole whack of grapes in there. And hopefully we're doing it right. I don't know if there's a right or a wrong to it. Right now I'm just plunging it down. Wes has been stirring it as best as he can twice a day, every day. And I guess eventually they're going to turn this into wine at some point. But they're utilizing Canadian labor for Georgian wine. We are out shopping again. And yes, I shaved too. Look at that, hey? I found a new shaver. I went and bought one. I can't find an adapter. Anyway, this store is a Carrefour. It's got 2 levels. Upstairs is all groceries. Down here, you name it, tools, furniture, everything's down there. Lots of stuff. Our pet peeves is these short brooms. So we see a lot of these older ladies are all hunched over and they can't straighten out. And they say, well, that's probably why. It's because they got these short brooms. So go stand beside that broom. Right, that's as big as they got their brooms. Most of the brooms are very, very tiny like that. I don't know why, but Anissa's looking for a big broom. You found one? Oh, she looks pretty happy over there. Look at her smiling. She found 2 brooms that are normal person size. Yay! Good morning. Short videos lately. Man, my hair. Every time I sleep, it seems to whoosh up the side. Anyway, this morning, it's a little clearer in the mountains, parts of it. On that side, you can see it's pretty foggy looking. And that's rolling in. And you can see it's coming in over these mountains here as well. Just notice these clouds are starting to peek up over top, over there as well. I gotta move to the other side of this tree. So I think we got snow last night. Not here, it's too warm over here, but over there. If you look up on those mountains, we never used to be able to see that far, I don't think. And probably because later in the day, it's gonna get, you can see it's rolling in here now too. That fog line here, I don't know if I can point at it because I'm zoomed in so far. Right there's a big line of fog. That wasn't there before, just like, I don't know, maybe a half hour ago. But now you can see lots of snow-capped mountains there. So either that just snowed last night, which is possible, or it wasn't visible before, but I think it just snowed. Kind of neat. Beautiful morning. It's definitely getting more into fall now. Temperatures are dropping. We're going to go up to 26 Celsius again today, but our night times are dropping to, I think it was like 9 last night or something. So it's beautiful.
Oh, that's beautiful.
There, climbed up one more level, give you a bit more optical. So it is nice here. Like we got all this. This is us up to the gate here, right? And then this is all fields, and that's all fields until you get to another village on the other side. There's the village. There's lots of farmland in here, and then up on top we notice there's also a village up on top of the next flat there, which is kind of neat. It's definitely beautiful here. I don't know if we're going to stay here for the entire duration of our stay in Georgia or not. There's more we'd like to see. We're looking at getting a vehicle right now, which is going to help get us around a bit more. But it's pretty neat. Way out in the distance there, those snow-capped mountains. I'll keep an eye on it. See there, you can see there's more and more fog is starting to obscure that. As the warm and cold meet, I guess. It's covering up. That looks like rocks sticking out there. There's some snow caps there. It's pretty cool. Those guys must be living considerably higher up than we are on that flat there. Whoa, sorry for the shakiness. Notice one guy has a big house down here, right there. I don't know if that's one house or what, but it looks like it. Kind of something you'd see in North America. And compared to the smaller village houses here, it looks huge. Anyway, beautiful fall morning. Their neighbor here's got a nice van, so we'll probably end up buying something like that. Be sufficient for our needs. To buy something bigger, like a Sprinter van or something, but for now, we're not sure exactly what we're doing. I think it would be harder to sell a Sprinter van again too, or a Ford Transit would have enough seats for us. There's no seatbelt rules here. I know some of you are shaking your head, well, that doesn't matter, you should still have enough. Yeah, probably. But there is no rules here. You can literally cram as many people as you want into the van, as long as the front 2 people are seatbelted. So what I'm hoping to do is find a van with 3 bench seats. So we get a 3, 6, 9. There's 10 of us. So 1 bench, we're going to cram 4 bums in. And then we could just do the same as we did on the motorhome, is buy some extra seat belts and bolt them in. 4 little kids in the back works great. You don't need the booster seats here either. So they easily can fit 5 kids in a bench. We would prefer them to be buckled. So we would probably just buy another seat belt somewhere and bolt that in. But that's something that's on the agenda right now. Hopefully in the next week or so, we'll find a vehicle that'll suit our needs. And then we'll be a lot more mobile and not so reliant on taxis like we are now. Even though they're cheap, it's just it's inconvenient and we can't all go somewhere. You know, I'm looking at these hills, looking at that, and I'm like, I'd like to see what's over there. That's just the way we are. You know, so if we had a vehicle, we could start cruising up some back roads and see how far up we can get, right? So it would be pretty neat. I think we found the Home Depot of Georgia. It's called Domino's, and it's huge. There's just row after row after row of stuff. Wallpapers, carpets, electrical, appliances, you name it. Lighting, plumbing. Here actually looking for tools. Just some basics, at least to cover what I left behind. So we can get some basic stuff done. I need some screws and stuff to do some mounting and things like that. So, oh, here's some electrical stuff that we need in these aisles. Literally so much stuff. We need an adapter as well. The problem is that ours in the house, these holes here are big ones, and we have tiny little holes in ours. Little options here. I think this should work. The problem we're having is that in the house we're in, it's got the smaller size. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but those pegs are a little bit narrower than the other pegs. Hard to tell, there's not much difference, but this will fit in my wall. That one won't. But that will fit into here, so I'm hoping that'll work. I don't know why it's like that. It just is. It's like a Home Depot, man. It's huge. You got everything in here. Fake grass and flooring. Oh, that'd be interesting to see. All the different flooring, just like what we have. So $15.90 per square meter. Not sure how that works out to. So it's like $8 a square meter, but I'm not sure how that works out for square feet. There's loads of stuff. Tubs, eh? That's an interesting tub. I don't think Home Depot carries that. Showers, toilets. Oh yeah, rounded. That one's got a glass window in it, like an aquarium. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, it's neat, eh? Hard plastic. You see the ones with the windows in them?
That's a hot tub. No?
Ah, it's just a tub. Yeah. Kind of weird to have a window in it though. So 119, so that's about $60 for a toilet. That's a lot cheaper than our toilet. Very interesting. Some stuff's like half price, and other stuff is a lot more money. Quite a mixture. More toilets. Well, I'm just looking for tools now. I think they're actually on the other side of the store, but we're just going to take a wander and see what they all have. But literally, yeah. So Domino, I don't know if that's the full name of it. That's what I see on everybody's shirt. So my guess is that that's the name of the store. So here they got all different kinds, odds and ends of lumber, more for shelving and stuff. We got paint, caulking, tape, loads and loads and loads of stuff. So we gotta go, there's plywood. More stuff for paint, rollers, brushes, you name it. More rollers, big fat rollers, broom handles, drywall stuff, tile stuff. Wowzers, this is a big one. The size of this guy. Can't even get it on camera.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, that's big, eh? It's probably for plaster or something. OSB sheets. Doors. It's a nice enough door too. Can't open it. Solid made doors. So it's about 200 bucks for a solid wood door. It's not bad either. They're both two different styles there. Alright, here looks like we're getting some screws and bolts, nails, all little packages. I don't need a lot of them right now. I just want to hang up a coat hook actually, and the boys wanted to fix a chicken coop. So that'll probably work for the hinges. Not very long. Alright, tools. So I brought my tape measures and my hammers along, but I didn't bring any levels or nothing. We'll be alright without levels for now. What I'm interested in is a drill kit of some kind. So let's see what we can find. More tools, hand saws, socket sets, so something like that might not be a bad idea at some point. Right now I'm okay, but you can buy one set that kind of does everything. Screwdrivers. There we go, there's some recognizables. There's the DeWalt we would be used to. I think that might be Makita up there. There's more DeWalt back there. No, it's not Makita. Total. Not sure what that is. Something similar. Metabo. Lots of options. So Ryobi is something that we have back home, and it'd be like a cheap line. But here they're looking at, let me find an impact. That'd be an impact. They're looking at about 300 bucks for a drill. Prices are expensive. Very expensive. These are short impacts. A normal standard one like I would have had, I don't even see. They look a little different. These are tiny little batteries on the bottom here. This is like 320 bucks. I don't think that's coming in a kit. Here's a kit, drill and an impact. About $500. Comes with a couple of little dinky batteries. I am really regretting not taking my tools, because I have them all at home, and I should have looked into it a bit more before coming. There's Bosch, really good name. Again, we're looking at about 350 bucks for a combo kit. It's not, I mean, Bosch is a really good brand though. So. Big impact gun. I cut all these in half, so like $700. I had one of these, it's about $500. I think I paid maybe $200-300 for mine. Definitely more money. I don't know if they got a saw over there. Okay, these are corded. I was hoping for a cordless saw, but these are all corded ones. Yeah, not what I needed. Okay, so long story short, I'm really regretting that now. Very much so. Is what it is, I guess. I'll have to make some decisions. Yeah, I'm blown away. Prices here are crazy. Now it's funny because they got knockoff rigid. This AEG looks just like a rigid. And then they have a knockoff Makita. This one here. The battery chargers look identical to Makita's. They are, well, they all come in from China, they said. So. But the prices, I don't care if they knock them out, that's fine. I can get knockoffs online too, but they're a lot cheaper. These ones are like brutally overpriced. I'm gonna look, see what it would take to order them online and get them shipped here or something, because it's just too much money. It's more than twice as much as what I would be paying at home, if not more. And no combo kits, so we're gonna keep looking elsewhere, I think. So, but anyway, to carry on with the trend, they got all the whippersnippers. These are really neat. They got a bagger stuck on the back of this thing. That's cool. I like that. Hammers, axes. What's that? Yeah, and they watch it like a hawk. Hey, Husqvarna. There you go. We got one of those at home. So I had a 565, I think it was. And again, too much. Like $800 for this thing. Home, I think I paid $600 for a saw that was bigger than that. I don't understand that. Why would they be paying more money for stuff that's made here? Or at least not here, but it's made in Europe anyway. You'd think it would be cheaper. Alright, it's confusing. The taxi guy dropped us off on the wrong side of the building. My fault, probably. I gave him an address. And so we're at the warehouse end of this thing. Can't figure out where the store is, but we got to go all the way around. So back on the street, which is currently ripped up and under an immense amount of construction. So this is our sidewalk for today. I guess it'll one day look a lot nicer when they're done with this, but it's an awful mess at the moment. It sells into like a surplus store. They got a little bit of everything in here too. But just piled up skids the cost down, I'm guessing. A huge mound of towels over there, and just little bits of everything, luggage, you name it. So we're still looking for tools, which they have in here somewhere. And then what else did I need? Possibly a transformer if they have it. Oh, here you go, bingo. There's loads of tools there on the wall. Okay, so hopefully they got something cheaper. I don't even care. It could be, you know, just homeowner special. I just want something. I don't want to spend that kind of money. I'll have to find a way to get our tools back. Enco. So this kind of looks like a DeWalt thing. That's better. So that's 200 bucks, which is like, or 200 Larrys, which would be about 100 Larrys back home, or $100 back home. 20 volt max. That's like a DeWalt knockoff, I guess. Yeah, much better price. See if we can find a combo kit here of some kind. There's actual DeWalt. Yeah, definitely a knockoff. They look similar to that for sure. It's all corded. Still looking for cordless. Corded again. So this is not a bad price again. You're looking at 110 bucks for a saw. That's comparable. Very comparable. This is actually DeWalt, 2,900. Probably overpriced. Dual miter. No, it's not single. Whoop. Bosch again. Pretty popular. I don't see any combo kits. This is all small stuff. As handy as that might be, I don't really need it. There we go. I just bought one of these. So that's 330 roughly Canadian. And I bought mine for 125 Canadian. Got the exact same one at home. Brutal. More cordless stuff here. So anyone that's coming to Georgia, bring tools with you. They're worth a fortune here. I can buy them there and sell them here and make lots of money. Good to know. Find one. I was told by somebody here this is a fairly decent brand, and that's 228. So that's better. So that's like 114 bucks for us. Now I don't know if that comes with a battery yet or not. It looks a lot like a DeWalt. I mean, they all kind of look the same. Be interesting to see if that's with the battery. Probably not. But then I need to buy an impact and a drill yet too. Quite enough with it. It's lower quality, but it would have been fine. But they don't have a charger, so I can't even charge the batteries. So that's not going to work. Confusion or something, because I was just about to leave the store and then I found a box with a charger in it. It's got a drill and I needed a drill, and the drill comes with a charger, so I don't understand what the issue is here. We're gonna get one here now. Got one in a box there that I'm gonna take. Realize full well that's homeowner special. It's probably not gonna last forever, but that's okay. We just need a little bit of stuff here. I will skip the impact. We'll just get a drill and a saw. We can do a few things around the house at least. All right, it's been an interesting evening. There's I don't know how it works. There's a whole family dynamic on this house. So there's an older lady here from the village that comes by regularly and gets my kids to do stuff like picking persimmons off the tree or get her some pumpkins or whatever, which is great. That's what kids are for, right? But then she shows up and picks up a few things once in a while too. So we had 3 pails here for a while, and slowly but surely they disappear. She takes them with my pail, which they might be. I have no idea, but it's like, okay, well, whatever, that's fine. It's not a big deal. We were using it, but that's okay. And so anyway, slowly but surely things disappearing. Well, now they came and they took her blankets. She was taking her blankets off to bed. I'm like, what? We need some blankets to sleep with. You know, we're paying money to live here, and it's supposed to be fully furnished. We need something to live with. So.
Okay, as if it hasn't been a culture shock enough on its own. But we're renting this place. It is a very weird situated home. The basement is, it's all livable, but maybe not to our standards. So the basement could be livable, but it smells almost like it might have got some water damage, or it's really moist down there. So it's like almost smells musty and moldy. So we decided that we were just going to live on the main level of this home, and the upstairs is actually all open, ripped apart. It's obviously not livable up there at all. So the main level is is where we decided to live. When we moved in here, the place has been closed up for like years. They only use it once in a while, maybe for functions and things like that, but everything was just so musty. So we took all the blankets and we hung them out, and we washed a lot of the sheets, and we, you know, made it somewhat livable, trying to make do, right? It's basically the nicest thing that we've seen so far. So we were making do. It was for a decent price. Anyway, the gentleman that owns this place apparently lives somewhere else, and he came here to, I don't know why he came. He came here to meet us, I guess. Anyway, very nice man. Seemed like a really nice man. There's an older woman that lives in the village who keeps coming, and she keeps taking things. So we're assuming like the backyard was being used by someone. It had pumpkins and gardens and all this stuff. So we're assuming all of this stuff was hers. So there's like pails that were here. There's corn laying on the deck. There was pumpkins in the field or in the garden. So we were assuming that she was coming and gathering all this stuff up, and that's totally fine. That's her stuff. So the other day she picked up a frying pan that the kids had set outside because they hadn't got a chance to clean it. She took that home with her, and we're like, okay, I guess we're not going to use the frying pan. So we kind of laugh. It's like an inside joke, like, well, what is this lady going to come and get tomorrow? So anyway, she the next day she came and she took the rubber boots that Wesley was wearing or using, and something else. So the kids were like, well, don't leave anything outside because she'll come and she'll take it on us. Anyway, we thought it was kind of strange. We thought maybe she was losing it. She came and got all these things. Anyway, today she showed up here with the gentleman that owns the place and the gentleman that rented us the place. Now, the gentleman that rented the place is only the nephew. He doesn't actually own it. He rented it. He speaks English. So she shows up, and I'm sitting in this main room here. I don't know whether you can see it. I'm sitting in here on the couch, and she just walks in, and she just speaks in her own language, kind of grunting away, and she literally starts taking like these comforters. They have like all these like cushion, like they're like beds. They're like big mats that we're sleeping on. Anyway, she literally starts taking these comforters off of our bed. So these ones have covers on them. They asked us if we could use them with covers. Well, they were all needed to be washed, so this one hadn't got washed yet. Anyway, so she literally starts taking them out of these comforters and starts taking these comforters off of our bed. And I was like sitting there like, oh my, what is she doing? So then I walk out to them, like to Aaron, and I'm like, she's taking her blankets. Like, what is she doing? And the other guy's like, oh yeah, she just wants two. So she took two blankets. She took two blankets and then another fuzzy blanket, and then she was going to take another fuzzy blanket, and it was like, what are we going to sleep with? You guys gave us a fully furnished house with supposed to have blankets and sheets and beds and everything. What are we going to sleep with or whatever? Anyway, so then after that, this here was full of stuff, like full of stuff. So the gentleman that owns the place just started emptying it, and we're like, do you need some help? Like, I don't know, it was so weird. Anyway, needless to say, I wasn't exactly very comfortable living here anyway, but I think that solidifies it. I think we're gonna have to find somewhere else to go. Aaron is still out there trying to figure things out, and he's not very pleased looking. So
it was entertaining, to say the least. I ended up talking to the owners, and the blankets came back again. And so I don't know if the ladies, if she's just losing it or what the deal is. There was more blankets down in the basement. They said she says you can use those. And I said, well, why doesn't she take those? No, she didn't want them. And so, well, they stink, right? It's very musty in the basement. We're actually not using the basement because it just smells damp and bah. So this upstairs here, I mean, literally it's huge. So there's tons of room up here, and we're just sleeping up here. But she's like, oh, just air it out for 2 days. I'm like, yeah, what am I supposed to do in the meantime in those 2 days? Just shiver every night while I wait for this blanket to air out? Like, you take it home, you air it out, right? Anyway, it's all good, but there's just a few things that are inconvenient in this house. One thing being, this is where we're living, but the kitchen is down here out. So you got to go out to go to the kitchen. The bathroom, this bathroom doesn't work, which is still inconvenient because you got to come out here in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. Like, I can use it, but I can't leave the water on because it leaks. So I mean, you can use it for a while, and then you got to turn the water on to flush it. Only for peeing, I guess it would work for us boys. And then down underneath here is where the other bathroom is. So it's not exactly super convenient. We do have a heat source now. That was another issue. There was no heat, and we do have heat now. They've provided us with some electric heaters. But yeah, just all in all, we may end up looking for another house yet. This is a nice place for now. I actually really like it. I love it here. The reason I love it is because it's so quiet and so beautiful here, and all these fruit trees. It's great. The guys that I'm dealing with here, are great too. I mean, I can only really speak good with the one who speaks very good English. The owner's cousin is a super nice guy as well. He owns a car dealership or something, I think, and he was going to help me find a vehicle, which I'm still interested in doing. But he don't speak English real good, so we've been using this translating app, which is semi-good. One of my commenters, or one of the people commented down below about that there's a translate app, and I just said, well, yeah, it's reasonably good, but we've had some pretty good laughs because some of the translations are awful. Anyway, and then the owner as well, he only speaks Russian and Georgian. I don't understand him either, but they seem like good-natured guys and want to help us out here. They just unlocked the shed. There's a shed down here with a whole whack of tools in it too. We're welcome to use all that. And it's nice. It's nice enough. It's just not super ideal. And yeah, I'd like to maybe find a different place here that we can use the whole thing. It doesn't smell like it does.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world